Welcome to Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well, thanks for joining me. Oh, this is the start of leg 3. Right, this is where we are. It's pretty early morning. Right, I need a coffee. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for about an hour and a half, and that noise you can hear is matey boy up ahead of me. He's got, well, he's into his French rap, and he doesn't seem to have a problem starting playing that at like 5:30 on a Sunday morning. That's cool. Drum and bass man, he was up to about 3ish playing that stuff, so that was good of him. But yeah, so that was nice. And then the people over there in their tent, they were having an argument up until about 3 o'clock, and then it stopped. So either one of them bludgeoned the other to death, or they just fell asleep. So needless to say, this has been a awful night's sleep. I mean, we woke up not even knowing where we were moored, to be honest. We got to Horsenden Hill just on like awful moorings. My bow sticking out. Rob's completely sticking out, and the noise, oh, it's just dreadful. Like, and there's been sirens all night. I mean, you kind of expect that. Let's get the same in Watford, in fairness, but blimey. Okay, here we go. Shallow here, so a bit slow to get cracking. Right, give this guy a little bit of peace of my mind. Okay, let's crack on. Making our way through Horsenden Hill. So here we are on the map book, kind of coming up through this bit here. So the golf course is on our port side there, and I did think of maybe just mooring up. There are little spots like that on the offside. You're not really allowed to, but it looks really shallow. But I was just thinking, if, you know, the towbar side was going to be somewhere we didn't want to spend the night, then we could have done that. But to be honest with you, that doesn't look any better either. So we probably did okay where we were. We're just making kind of quite quick time now through this bit here. Got to do this little stretch, then over here through Alperton. And then we go over the North Cirque, which is something I'm looking forward to doing. Spent collectively probably a few months sitting on that little bit underneath the aqueduct. So to be going over it on a narrowboat is going to be amazing. Although it's a Sunday, so Sunday morning, late morning now. So it's not going to be exactly jam-packed down there on the A406, but I'll get a mild sense of satisfaction, I'm sure. My dad will like that gag. Right, not long now until we are past Horsenden Hill. We've got a sharp right to do though in a minute. Another time to use my comedy horn. Okay, just making our way through Alperton here. There's a Sainsbury's coming up on our right hand side, so we're going to pull over there, get a few supplies. I need about 1 million Diet Cokes, and then we'll carry on. Okay, we're mooring up here by Sainsbury's. Well, I managed to get exactly what we needed on the Sainsbury's short-term moorings. Here comes Serafina. On the southern side of Alperton now. Okay, this is less nice, this stretch of canal. There's rubbish everywhere. Going really slow so I don't get bags and stuff all tangled up on the prop.
predominantly the problem with this pound is that it is absolutely colossal. It stretches from Uxbridge to Camden. There's just no flow to it. So all this rubbish on the surface just stays. There's no flow at all. It is really quite unattractive. There's so much floating debris, which usually gathers at locks and people take it out and it makes its way, it moves, it makes its way down, but here it just doesn't. Right, that island in the middle is the aqueduct going over the North Circular. Those two buildings in the distance, or the taller one, there you go, they're both brand new. That is now the tallest residential building in West London. It's just been finished. Look at the tracks I'm making for Rob. We are approaching the North Circular Aqueduct here. I'm working out what side is going to provide the better vantage point. I'm going to go on this side here, the starboard. Little island in the middle. That'd be quite a cool place to spend the night. Oh yes, there's traffic. That is exactly what I wanted to see. That's going up towards Hanger Lane. Aha! Suckers! Right, I've got all my fenders down. If I bounce off the sides... Oh yeah, that really does make me happy. Unlucky. In fairness, we're all moving at pretty much the same speed, but unlike them, I've got nothing in front of me. Just holding my position here for this fairly wide cruiser to come through. There's a winding hole here, so that's rather good timing. There's a load of more boats there, so just have to sit back and wait for him. Okay, this is Old Oak we're going through at the moment, which is kind of the last of the industrial kind of bits before we get into kind of Ladbroke Grove type of area, approaching Notting Hill. I'm wondering whether we're going to get a glimpse of Grenfell from this far north, I'm not sure. But we're doing well for time. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've done a page and a half map-wise of the book. We've got a page and a half left to go, so we should be there for about 3 o'clock-ish. Right, we're going through Old Oak. This is amazing. I can see Beatty Tower. I can see the Shard through there. Oh, this is amazing. It's starting to see landmarks, double-decker buses. There's cranes everywhere, obviously. This is West London, where they're building everything everywhere. Oh, this is cool. Again, just the most amazing conditions for cruising. We've actually passed a few boats today, unlike yesterday, but this is pretty much just me and Rob. Horrible thing to see. This is the kind of the end of, near the end of Kensal Green Cemetery. which is a massive cemetery in West London. So that means we are not far off Ladbroke Grove. There's not much by way of moorings. There's nothing. Nothing's double moored so far. Okay, there's one straight ahead which is, but apart from that, not much has been double moored, but yeah, there's not much to go out here. And this here is the rather cutely named Portobello Dock. This is all rather nice. All these canal side dwellings in the heart of North Kensington here. We're not far away from Grenfell Tower. Not sure if we're going to be able to get a view of it. In a way, I hope we don't. Right, Rob and I are thinking about taking a bit of a rest and stopping here in front of this boat here and see if Rob can, see if we can squeeze in somehow. Maybe I'll go in and he can rest up next to me maybe. Lovely Victorian properties there, canal side, real mix of old and new. This is our lunch stop. It's nearly 2 o'clock and we've done the typical London thing. We've double moored.
Can't beat them, join them.
Absolutely. It's only a temporary one, so I don't mind mooring up on the centre line. The reason you're not meant to do that is because of water level fluctuations, but in fairness, there is no fluctuation in this water. Right, lunch. I had to use the lights there because Rob's moored there. I've got massive buildings here. It's pitch black inside that boat. Right, I'm in London, so I'm doing the right thing like everyone else in London does, and I'm having avocado for lunch. So yeah, avocado on bread, this will be nice. But we're going to stop here for maybe, I don't know, half an hour or something like that, just to have some food and kind of chill out a little bit. I might be rendezvousing with Danny in a minute, so we'll kind of stay put for a while, but it's nice to be in the shade and just out of that heat for a while. So this is excellent, but yeah, we're on track. Jobs are good. Amazing architecture on the port side here, the backs of these Victorian terraces. Some of the fronts of these ground floor are retail units, but you kind of think not much has been done with some of the upper parts to make the best use of this vista. And all these old warehouses on this side are now co-working spaces. Just coming on the northern side of Notting Hill. This is really quite beautiful. And that is the famous Trellick Tower that you see coming in on the Westway. Iconic 1960s building there in the heart of Notting Hill. I swear, I'm not kidding, that is the first mooring we've seen that we can really get on anywhere close. Wow, you don't see many moorings. Right, that is Bridge 4C. Wow, this is the Great Western Road Bridge. That means we are now through Kensal Rise and we are coming through into West Kilburn. another pretty decent setting there. This is absolute bloody mayhem, right? There's boats everywhere. There's canoeists everywhere. They've kind of nearly got squashed. I've got no idea where they are. There's all this lot here. Oh, I can't see them at all. Yeah. I'm more worried about killing your mates. You have a good day. Are you going to squeeze through there?
No, we're all going. Sorry, mate.
That's all right. I'm out of steel, mate. I'll win.
Hey,
Yeah, just come along for the ride. It's fine. Hold the fender if you like. Oh, there's another one there. Bloody hell, this is like on a death mission.
I'm sliding down, boy.
This is far from relaxing. Jeez. Right, that's the Western Avenue, that's the A40. I don't know if we're going to be going underneath it again for the third time. What do we do? No, we don't. Well, we do if we go to Paddington. So yeah, we'll go underneath it again for the third time when we go to Paddington, maybe tomorrow. We're still not sure what we're doing yet. But next stop is going to be Little Venice, where hopefully Danny's going to meet us. There's Serafina with the Trellick Tower behind her. Sight. If a car careers off and goes through that side rail, well, let's just hope they don't. Contracted in the summer, and as a result of which my lovely rather tiller handle decides to pop its way out. So I have to poke it back in. I'm going to have to put a screw on that. Right, we are coming through Narrowboat. How cool is this? This is Harrow Road Bridge. Right, we are now in W2. I class this as central London. One more bridge and we are in Little Venice. Not as affordable as this home. Nowhere near. And what a home it is. I am loving this. Most famous places on the British Canal network, and we are going to be using the boaters facilities at Little Venice. Alright, this is how we've decided to do this. partly because we were in these positions already, but secondly, it might just work trajectory wise. I think Rob would stick out a bit too much. This is it. This is Little Venice. So, Paddington Arm through there, and Regent's Canal there. So this is where the Regent's Canal starts. And here we are in St John's Wood, and you may be asking, how on earth do you dispose of rubbish whilst you're on your London holiday? Well, quite straightforward. Here is the CRT area, and obviously being in central London, this is locked. So I reach for my old-fashioned BWB key, British Waterways Board. There we go. I appreciate you know how that key works. Lock the gate behind me so to keep the riffraff out. And then it's quite straightforward of just separating various bits and chucking them in the right receptacles. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Biffa, they can't do that. All of that stuff just gets chucked in the landfill like everything else, which is bloody ridiculous. Anyway, this is I'm going to call this my central London bin cage. For security purposes, if ever I was being kind of like chased by a villain, I could come here and lock myself away. I mean, I'm fairly exposed, and it's, you know, not particularly pleasant, but that works. Nice. That's the way to enjoy yourself in central London. Well, that is until the wind blows you into the path of a narrowboat. Okay, so going underneath the iconic Westbourne Terrace Road Bridge in the heart of Maida Vale here. And here it is, London's answer to Venice. Little Venice. What a beautiful day to be seeing this area of London. And in a wide, accommodating basin like this, there's only one way to show you guys Little Venice. I'm not going to use the word donut, but here is a 360 by narrowboat of London's Little Venice. Well, that's it for Central London Day 1. Join us next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.